This is Tanya Carroll Richardson, and today we are talking about when angels warn you. I talk about this extensively in my new book, Angel Insights, which you can order or pre-order with the links below this video, depending upon when you see this video. Today we're going to talk about what does it mean when angels warn us. First of all, angels will warn us with things that are small or large. They could be warning you about something as simple and pedantic as needing to get your keys, not forgetting your keys before you leave the house. Or they could give you a warning about a relative who's in trouble or an illness that you have in your body you're not aware of. So angels can warn you about all manner of things, big and small. How will angels give you these warnings? Well, it's the same way that angels give you all the other angelic guidance they give you. And I do have a video about angelic guidance if you need to know more about that. And I go into that extensively in the book, as well as give you some exercises so that you can improve your own intuition and get even more angelic guidance. So one way that angels will warn you, which is very common and we're all familiar with, is through that gut instinct. Maybe you're getting ready to leave the house and suddenly you think, I'm missing something. I was really harried getting ready here, and as I'm shutting that door, I'm getting the feeling I shouldn't shut that door. I need to go back in that house. And then you see, oh my gosh, there's a letter on the counter that I had to mail today. It's a bill. It would have been late. Or, oh goodness, there's my child's medicine. I was going to drop that off for them at school today with the nurse, and I would have totally forgotten, had to run home. So, angels want your life to run smoothly. They're around you all the time. So they will send you those gut instinct warnings to help smooth your day along. Now, they might send you a gut instinct warning about something much larger. Perhaps you're going on a first date, or a job interview, or you're doing a walkthrough of a home or some piece of property you're thinking of purchasing. And the warning doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, this is dangerous, or this person's going to hurt me, or this property is going to fall apart. You might just be, as you're doing the walkthrough, or you're on the first date, or you're talking to the interviewer, you might just start to feel, this isn't the job for me. This isn't the person for me. This isn't the home for me. And you might just feel like you need to wrap this up, wrap this interview up, wrap this date up. This just isn't clicking. It's not right for me. So those are how angels could give you those emotional warnings through that gut instinct. Another way angels will warn you is through your dreams. Now, even people who don't remember their dreams as a rule, or rarely remember their dreams, will remember these angel warning dreams. They will be very vivid, and sometimes you will wake up in the middle of it or feel like you're waking up right after it happened, but you'll have a strong memory of it, really remember the details. It will feel like you were really living this. It will be very vivid. And that dream might tell you something small again, or it might tell you something large. You could see a relative in your dream. Maybe they seem very upset in your dream. They just seem like they're crying, or they're walking around sad, or they might tell you they're sad in the dream. Or you might get some very specific information that they're ill and they need to go see a doctor. Could be something that dramatic. And you wake up and you call the relative, and maybe they were just down. They were just having a rough day and they needed someone to reach out. So the angel sent you that warning message that, hey, you need to reach out to this person. They're just feeling a little down. Or you might call and they're in the hospital and they needed you to come down there, but they couldn't get a hold of you or couldn't get a hold of anyone yet. And you're actually there in a dramatic way, really doing something good. So that could be an angel warning through a dream. Another way that angels will warn you is by telling you something. This is also known as clairaudience, if you're familiar with that term. And it will be an angel talking to you. Now, sometimes it will sound like it's an angel talking in your ear, but more often it will be like a thought in your mind, and you will be able to tell that this thought is not one of your own. You can tell it's not generated by your own brain. You'll kind of be tooling around in your brain, having your thoughts, and all of a sudden something will come along and you'll think, gosh, who was that? What was that? Well, that could be an angel warning you about something. Now, when they do warn you through this clairaudience or giving you a thought or a voice in your mind, you've got to remember this voice will always be very calm and very even in its tone. So even if the angels are telling you something you don't want to hear, like this guy isn't right for you, or this job isn't right for you, or even something scary like, you really do need to get to the doctor for that mammogram or that checkup. There's something that's wrong. It will be told to you in a very calm, even voice. So even when angels warn you, it will be done in a very calm, even voice. The only exception to that is if angels are warning you about something that's happening in a split second. Say you're walking out into traffic and all of a sudden there's a car who's not obeying the rules of the road and barreling towards you. Then the angels might say, look out, or get out of the way, or look to your right. So that's the only time that the angels will not use that calm, even, very gentle, nurturing tone with you. But so even if they're saying something that is scary, like, you do need to get to the doctor, or hey, this guy just isn't right for you, even if you're in love with him, they will say it in a very calm, nurturing way. So those are some of the ways the angels will warn you. And in our follow-up video to this, we'll talk about what happens when you don't heed those warnings, and what happens when you think, hey, I went through something really rough there. Where were you, angels? I needed that warning and I didn't get it. So we'll talk about those kind of questions that are going to come up in the next video. And if you want to subscribe to this channel to get alerted to all my angel videos, you can do so. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. You can also follow me on Facebook or Twitter in the links below this video. And go ahead and order or pre-order that Angel Insight books. If you're an angel newbie, or if you're an old hand at this, you're going to love it either way. It's a soup to nuts of angels. And you can order or pre-order that book in the links below, depending upon when you see this video. So angel blessings to you all, and thanks for being here today to talk about when angels warn you.